What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sold Out. And on today's episode, we finally have the sneaker I've been probably most anticipated since I have seen the leaks of any sneaker all year, and that's going to be the Way of Wade 808-3 Ultra. Yes, I know it's a long name. It'd be cool if Way of Wade shortened these names down a little bit, but it is what it is. Huge shout out to the guys over at INSOLE for hooking me up on this. It doesn't matter if a company sends me something. If I pay my own money, I'm always going to bring you guys a legit review. I don't care if they pay me to review something. I don't care if I use my own money. You're always going to get my honest to God truth. I will not ever try to put you guys in a shit shoe. Now, opinions may differ, so you never know what could happen. But I hope you guys take my word for it, and we are going to jump into this sneaker right away. You guys see the box, the Ling Ning logo right there, 808 here. On the bottom of the box, I kind of have the almost like the carbon fiber thing that they have on this sneaker. That being said, let's hop right into it. Okay, so now jumping right into it, I want to get a weight on this sneaker. I know this sneaker is going to be heavier than the Serious Player Only and maybe a little bit heavier than the Gordon Hayward 4s. I know people are going to ask comparison video for the Serious Player Onlys, and yes, I will bring that to you guys. Now, I'm thinking this could be around 13 and a half. It might be a little bit more just because of the boom. 13.7. So it really wasn't noticeable on foot at all. It did not feel like a super heavy shoe. It does feel a little bit heavier down here on the heel. You guys can see that heel's a little bit clunky, but a lot of drop-in midsole sneakers are, because they have to have quite a bit of support back there. They can't just encage it in foam and then you have the foam right there. It doesn't make for a very stable sneaker. Working our way from the top down to the bottom, heel slip-in comfort was phenomenal. They added quite a bit of padding on this model. Now, I did not try the 808-2 model. I know a lot of people have been asking if this is better, that's better, and I did not try that model. I'm sorry, I should have tried that model. I definitely wanted to get my hands on that. Just didn't work out that way. But so far, I've really enjoyed the sneaker, and the heel slip-in comfort felt phenomenal. There's quite a bit of padding back there, and it's not too much padding at all. You can see there's a few strips in there. That kind of, they call it cat tongue material. Kind of grabs your sock so your heel don't slip around. I did have a tad bit of heel slippage when I first initially put the sneaker on. Nothing like the KDs, nothing like the Cosmic Unity ones, nothing like that. I got it on, loosened it up. I had to play for about 15-20 minutes. I went back to it, retied it, and it was locked down perfectly. I just had to tighten the laces a little bit. The sneaker will break in as you play. After about an hour, the sneaker kind of broke in and kind of formed to my foot a little bit better. So I went back in, retied them, and it felt great on foot. So now down under the tongue of the 808-3, the tongue was great. I loved it. A lot of companies are leaving like this area right here on the tongue like not padded, and it rubs a little bit. It's irritating. I'm glad that they padded it on this. Very breathable. Probably one of the more breathable tongues on the market. You can see the ports and all the mesh, and when it wraps around your foot, it spreads out even more, so you get even more breathability. So when it comes down to the tongue on the 808-3, I definitely enjoyed that. Now, down on the materials, probably my only gripe with the sneaker would be materials. It just felt a little bit too plasticky. You guys can kind of see all the plastic that they used around here. And then this mesh has plastic as well, and then on this side you can see the sidewall right there. That side window has plastic down here. So they used a lot of plastic on the sneaker, but it doesn't hurt your foot like the Spencer Dinwiddie DVD ones. That definitely hurt my foot when I would bend. That crease right there in the plastic, it definitely dug down right here when the sneaker would bend. These do not do this. They have a nice layer of padding underneath it. They did a good job putting material underneath. This is all padded right up through here. You can kind of see the ports in the padding, so that feels great on foot. And it definitely makes for a breathable sneaker, which you guys know if you watch this channel is probably one of my favorite things about a sneaker, is having it being a breathable sneaker. So I am not sure if the materials will be long lasting, heavy duty. As of right now, I haven't had no cracks, no issues or anything like that. And I've played them, I think, like 5 days, over 10 hours. So I definitely can say the materials so far are so good, and they have lasted. But I think if you take the sneaker outside, which I wouldn't tell you guys to do, I wouldn't advise you to do that, because I think this sneaker might get tore up outside. Not just the materials, I think the traction will get torn up outside. Traction was very soft. And also, I think this was a dope little touch. They brought that carbon fiber plastic up on the side, and that's the colorway. Oxygen is the colorway. They put the O2 on there. So I think that's kind of dope that they did that. So one thing that I did like when it came down to materials is how they implemented this kind of carbon fiber right here. And I said when the Way of Wade 11 happened, they kind of did that on the carbon. They did kind of like a carbon fiber like knitting design, and they also did that on the heel of this one too. I was hoping that they would do that on this sneaker, so I think that's sick. I think that looks dope. It kind of stands out, and it's definitely a heavy duty material. It isn't carbon fiber, but it definitely feels almost like a plate in the back, which will definitely give you added support. Now, down on one of my favorite things about this sneaker is going to be this drop in midsole. You guys can see it has kind of that support bar right here down through the forefoot. It feels great on foot. If you're looking for a guard shoe that still has response but has great impact protection, you definitely get it with this boom cushioning right here. It feels great on foot. Right here it says energy return on this side right there, and then right here it says full length boom. Not that that matters, but that's what's on there. Yeah, I think they did a great job. Now boom does feel a little bit cheap. Like it doesn't feel as heavy duty or as nice as Boost. Boost has kind of have a soft, subtle feel. This doesn't really have that, but it definitely feels great on foot. I love this sneaker's cushioning. It's probably up there with the Serious Player Only. It's up there with the Nike GT Cut 2's cushioning. I think they did a great job with the cushioning on the 808-3. Now down on to another thing that I absolutely loved about this sneaker is going to be its traction. Its traction was great. From the time that I started dribbling to the time I took them off, it felt great on foot. It felt a lot better, if you guys are going to ask. It felt better than the Way of Wade All City 11s. It definitely felt better than that. It is definitely up there. It felt top tier. Now, I did play in a cleaner gym floor. They're going through refinishing all the other floors, and they cleaned the gym floor that we're in before they start refinishing that. And so it was clean, but this thing was top tier on a clean floor. As far as a dusty setting, I'm not really sure, but I still think this sneaker will handle its own on a dusty setting. So when it comes down to traction, I definitely love the traction on the 808-3. Now, down on my recommendations, I recommend this sneaker for anybody looking for a responsive forefoot, still getting heel impact protection at the same time. The heel impact protection, like I said, guys, this is super soft. You can see my hands get right down into there. And this right here, this plate up here, I think helps with the response. And you still get impact protection on the forefoot. So it's not like it's just not there. Like a lot of sneakers, you can only feel the air in the back and nothing in the front. You can kind of feel it both, but it definitely still feels responsive in the front. I definitely would say overall, this is a great guard shoe. But for you small forwards, power forwards that are still doing moves, making quick cuts, stuff like that, you definitely will enjoy this shoe. And if you're a center and you're mobile and you like to have great traction and heel impact protection, still getting that forefoot response at the same time, definitely going to be a sneaker for you. So overall, I was impressed with the Way of Wade 808-3, guys. I definitely enjoyed the sneaker. It's going to stay in my bag probably until it's ruined, probably until I have to retire it. So I don't think I'm going to sell this one. I think I'm definitely going to keep this one with me and rock it until the wheels fall off. So guys, this is my rundown of the Way of Wade 808-3 Ultra. I don't know if I'm going to review the regular version. I just think this is kind of like the top tier of that line. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and buy the other one. I think I'm just going to stick with this one for the time being. So guys, this is my rundown of the Way of Wade 808-3. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate everyone watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.